Thank you so much for watching Riff TV. Now, this interview is obviously with video, but I don't interview everybody on Zoom. That's why I put it on my Talkin Rock with Meltdown podcast. We talk to rock artists from all over the genre. So check out Talkin Rock with Meltdown wherever you get your podcasts. And now to today's video interview. Hey, Josh, good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm out here on the Volume 10 tour, just on a day off in Kentucky somewhere.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I've seen the show actually twice in the last year. I saw you with Kid Rock last summer. Then I saw you again with Kid Row here in Detroit as well. The shows have been killer, man.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been having a good time, and band's hitting on all cylinders. We got a great new record. Volume 10 just dropped, our 10th record, and it's awesome.
Yeah, we'll get into that here in a second. You're going to be here in Detroit coming up on July 7th. Playing a show at Jackal for Uncle Sam Jam, but the day before you're going to be at Rock City Music. This is really cool for any fan. You buy a ticket, that gets you the meet and greet, a vinyl copy of the new album. Of course, you guys will sign it, an event poster, pro photo with the band. You got all sorts of stuff happening out there that day.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're out here promoting this, and that should be a really great show. We've done a lot of shows at Jackal in the past, and they always bring it, and Detroit is the shit.
Yeah, it's funny because last night Three Doors Down played here, and this was like obviously the kickoff of summer and stuff. But here in Detroit, you're locked down for 5 or 6 months, and this is the time to let loose. So you got a nice outdoor show coming with you guys, and of course all summer long.
Yeah, there's no other. I mean, we've done so much work in all of Michigan, and so many great memories, and Detroit is really special to us, especially it goes all the way back to our first record in '99, So when we come back there, it's always a good time.
I was thinking about this last night with the guys from Three Doors Down, because a lot of those guys are sober. You've been sober your entire career, pretty much, right?
My entire professional career, yes. 28 years sober right now.
Yeah, that's amazing, because I'm sure that there has to be some ups and downs where you might slip, but you're steadfast on it, aren't you?
Yeah, I started living pretty fast at a very young age. I got really loaded from about 13 to 23, and then I just you wouldn't even recognize me at the end of my drinking. My first daughter was born, and I didn't want her to see me loaded. That was a big issue for me, and then I got arrested. So I got a nudge from the judge to go to a lot of AA meetings, and that's how I got cleaned up. And then I just started going for it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you maybe what that everyone has that, like, that trigger moment or whatever. But do you think that your sobriety helped you establish such a career as you have now?
Absolutely, it's number one on my list. Without that, I got nothing. So. Yeah, it's the only reason I could show up for all this stuff. I was in a band for about 5 years prior to Buckcherry, and we were hell on wheels. We were totally fucked up, and it almost happened too. And if it would have, we probably would have all been dead by now. So I'm kind of grateful looking back that it didn't happen, because it gave me the opportunity to get cleaned up. I just never thought I'd make it to 30, let alone I'm 52 now and still in the game. It's pretty cool.
53, I think, right?
No, 52.
Oh, 52. Okay, I thought you were born in 70. I got you. All right, cool. I thought
no, 71.
All right, that's a year younger than
me. It's a bad internet mistake.
All right, I got you. So yeah, did you play a lot of shows with Kid Rock last year, or just some here and there?
No, we only did 2 shows, I think, or maybe just 1 show, but we're going to be doing another show with him here pretty soon.
Yeah, you go way back with him. I remember you telling me the story. Actually, he told me about it too, that you guys have spent some time down at his place in Alabama hunting or something.
Yeah, we didn't hunt, but we spent the night there at his place, me and Keith, way back in the day, and it was cool. It's a cool little spot, and I wish I would have done some fishing, because I fish a lot. He's got a little pond there, but I didn't even ask him, if there was bass in there or what, but maybe I'll get an opportunity again someday.
Well, he's got the pond behind his house now. Have you been down to the Southern White House yet?
I don't know which one I went to. He just had
the one in Nashville now. It's a new one that they just built.
Oh no, I'm in Nashville now.
Yeah, he's got that pond. I don't know if it's stocked with anything or not, but well, let's talk about volume 10. I mean, there's some rippers on this, a couple really killer softer songs as well. Talk about the overall thought process going into recording this record.
Yeah, we got this really good chemistry going with me and Stevie and Marty Fredrickson, our producer, and we co-wrote a lot of songs with him. Marty goes all the way back to the 15 record. We co-wrote Sorry with him, and just a whole bunch of songs throughout our career, and so we do these guerrilla songwriting sessions. It happened on Hellbound and now Volume 10, and we wrote the majority of the record with him, me and Stevie and Marty, and so a lot of those songs that you're talking about were part of those sessions, and it's just a lot of fun, labor of love. When we get in a room with him, he's like the sixth band member. He's a really good guy and really gets what's special about this band and brings out the best in us, and it shows.
Now, do you guys pretty much primarily write and record the same way throughout your whole career, or has it changed, or do you go with ideas that you gather maybe on the road or somewhere, or going with a clean slate, or what?
Nothing's really changed. I write all the lyrics and melodies, and Marty came up with some of the melodies on this particular record and that I liked that were just better than mine, and I just wrote words over his, and we just do whatever's best for the song, and put it all together. Stevie and I write a lot of songs together as well, and there was a couple of spillover from the Hellbound sessions that we revamped, like Turn It On and this and that, those were from the Hellbound sessions. And so yeah, we just basically kind of have this formula, and we put it all together, and we write very quickly, and we write a lot of songs for a 10-song record for sure. We wrote about 24.
I was going to ask you if there was some left over, so maybe for another one, eh?
Yeah, we always like to start fresh, but sometimes we'll revisit songs from the past for sure.
How many of these new songs are you playing on in your sets now?
A lot. Like last night we played, I want to say like 4 or 5. Yeah.
That's cool. So talk about the song Pain. That one kind of stuck out to me a little bit. How autobiographical is that song?
Yeah, very, very much. It's like it's kind of about my committee inside my head that I don't really share or talk about too much, and I was in kind of a dark place at that point in time when I got the music, and I just wanted to kind of reveal myself in that song, and it came out really cool. I mean, just kind of threw it out there at the end. I remember I just recorded the song Feels Like Love, and I'd asked Marty for a piano song, and he gave me the music to Pain, and it wasn't fully resolved yet. It was only like verse chorus, and there was no drums or anything, and originally it was going to be kind of like a hidden track. And so anyways, I said to him, hey, I got something for this song. Stevie was in the control room as well, and I just sang it. And we all kind of just had a moment where we all looked at each other and just, Marty's like, okay, I don't want to work anymore on this. I want you to, I want to spend some time with this, and then you come back and we'll finish it. And I go, okay. And so I came in the studio the next day and had no idea what he had done to it. And he had put drums on it. He put a midsection and all this stuff, and it became this like huge song. And I was like, wow, Marty, this is like so much bigger than I, originally thought it would be, And he's like, yeah, I think this is like Buckcherry's November Rain, And then I finished the lyrics and melodies. I wrote like a bridge and just recorded it, and Pain was born, and we're like, this has got to be on the record. It's so good,
Yeah, and when I asked you about that, you kind of smirked. So are a lot of people asking you about that song?
No.
Okay, I thought it's
oh yeah, a lot of people who have heard the record for sure, like journalists. Yeah, they've asked a lot about Pain, and I just smirked because we did it last night, and it was like such a moment.
Okay.
In the set last night.
Yeah, and you brought up Feels Like Love. that orchestral part in there reminds me of something, but I can't really put my finger on it. Is that borrowed from somewhere, or is that completely your guys?
Feels like love. No, it's not borrowed from anything, but the whole idea behind the song was I wanted Buckcherry's Hysteria. You know, I've been obsessed with that song, Hysteria, Def Leppard. I just think it's an amazing song, and I wanted our version of it, and that's what we came up with.
After all these years, that record's like, 30, well, actually almost 40 years old now, but have you been longing for a Hysteria type song for years?
I just like the vibe. I've always had moments to that song, and a good song is timeless. It's just one of those songs to this day that really holds up, and I really enjoy it.
Last night I was telling you I went and saw Three Doors Down, and Brad actually on stage was talking about one of their records being really dark because they were in a dark place, and you talked about Pain being a little bit darker. Is there a part of you that maybe wants to keep that bottled up, or is there a part of you that really wants to just put it out there and get maybe like a little cathartic?
I just want a well-rounded record. I want dynamics. I want to express every part of my soul, and I don't have one speed. I don't want to just put out rocker after rocker. I like rockers, I like mid-tempo songs, I like ballads. I like to express all those emotions because I feel all those emotions. So as a songwriter, that's what I want to do. All my favorite rock records in the past had those dynamics. So that's what I like to do, and that's what you'll find on all Buckcherry records.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is like kind of like a roller coaster. Starts out rocking, of course. I listen to it like I'm a vinyl guy, so I listen to it from start to finish, and I'm sure that you guys put those songs
I love that.
in order.
Yeah. That's how we construct our records. We want to have we work really hard on the sequencing and how it all plays out, because we want people to have that experience, because that's the way we used to, I get records from record stores, and I go home and I just sit there and I look at the lyrics and listen to the whole record and have an experience, and not too many people do that anymore with records. So it's cool that you did that.
Yeah, no, I listened to it several times preparing for this because I wanted to, kind of sink my teeth into it. And why the cover of Bryan Adams? Is that just one of the songs that you really like?
Yeah, that was our manager really was hammering that in. He saw that live one day. We throw it out there live to have fun. It's one of those songs, every musician has a song they wish they would have written, and that was one of them for me. And everybody in this band loves Bryan Adams, so we throw it out there, and we always got a great response, and it sounds, we speed it up just a little bit and put our little flavor on it, and it sounds like a Buckcherry song, so our manager wanted us to record it, so we did, and it was the last song we recorded, and everybody just was like, this is so great. We were going to just put it on as like a hidden track, but there's not really hidden tracks anymore, so we threw it on at the end, and everybody loves it.
Yeah, hidden track. I haven't heard that phrase in a long time.
Yeah, it used to be fun.
Yeah. Hey, you just talked about some of your favorite rock records, and how they, like what in your estimation is like, if for somebody listening that's just discovering rock. Like, I have a neighbor who's like in his mid-40s. I just had to tell him who Neil Peart was the other day. I'm like, are you kidding me? So for somebody who's listening right now, if you were to pick, like, I don't know, just a few albums that you think are perfect, are rockers in your world, what would you think?
I would say the Cult Electric, Led Zeppelin's Houses of the Holy. God, there's so many, some really great Aerosmith records. Pump was a really great record for sure. AC/DC's Back in Black is my all-time favorite, so those are some.
Yeah, you have to get an AC/DC record in there because they're just straight ahead. But it's funny because those guys, there's no ballads in those records.
No, but like Led Zeppelin always had a lot of dynamics in their records, and Aerosmith, and those records. And the Cult did too. Not on Electric. Electric's pretty rocking.
Yeah, the Cult, man, one of my favorite bands from the '80s. That was so good. Hey, out there on tour,
amazing.
you ever get to race any karts?
Yeah, I raced karts for a long time, and then I finally got out of the karting. It was just taking too much
Oh yeah.
time away from my family and stuff. But I'll race whenever, there's an opportunity for sure. I mean, I have all that. I did it so long. I got my racecraft is always there, I really enjoy that when I can get to it. But right now, tennis is my passion. I've been playing a lot of tennis.
No kidding. Have you tried Kid Rocks and all the pickleball and stuff? Have you tried that?
uh, Pickleball's cool, but tennis is much better for me. I mean, pickleball is like I like to say it's I don't know. It's like a smaller version of tennis, but I like tennis better.
Yeah, some of those guys, Rock and his friends, some of those guys are really good at it. And
Yeah.
they hit hard.
Yeah, it's good for your reflexes for sure, and good workout. It's always good.
Yeah. So, well, listen, good luck on everything on the tour. And of course, the record volume 10. Like I said, the meet and greet's coming up July 6th. That's at 7:00 at Rock City Music. That's in Livonia. Great place. They've got, of course, it's a music store and a vinyl store too. So you'll be able to see the best of both worlds. You got your vinyl copy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, limited edition poster. The band can sign the pro photo with the band. And anything else that you want to plug? Anything else you have going on the horizon?
No, just we're out here on the road, make sure everybody gets out to these shows because they're really good, because of Volume 10 and Hellbound, we have so many great songs, so the set is like just amazing, so that's all. Just encourage everybody to get the record Volume 10 and to come out and celebrate 24 years in the game.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that it's cool how you guys have kind of almost reinvented Crazy Bitch at the end.
What do you mean reinvented Crazy Bitch?
Well, you kind of stretched it out.
Oh yeah. We do like a 7 to 8 minute version of Crazy Bitch. We do a lot of vamps in there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, but and then you do a little choreograph thing and all that stuff. I thought it was pretty neat. It's like I suppose you guys have to keep yourself entertained too from playing the songs every single night too.
Yeah, it's fun. We throw in some vamps, some James Brown, Donna Summer. We do a little Tina Turner in there. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a great show from start to finish. Well, Josh, thanks so much for your time, man. Safe travels, and we'll see you here in Detroit in a few weeks.
Thank you, man. Looking forward to it.